Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I think today is English class, right?
Yeah. Hare Rama.
How many of you want Telugu class? Raise one hand. How many of you want English class? Raise two hands. I think more people are coming, so all of the Prabhujis can move in front.
We have live back.
Okay, but still, you can just leave this table and chair and you can come and come closer. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Mataji's also can come till this recording line.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So can we say 3 times big Hari Bol and welcome His Grace Pranavananda Prabhu? Hari 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 Hare Krishna Prabhu. So we are so fortunate to have your association. So thank you so much for actually gracing your occasion, our occasion here. So just for those of you who don't know about His Grace Pranavananda Prabhu, so His Grace Pranavananda Prabhu was born in a traditional Sri Vaishnava family and a very well established family. Since childhood, Prabhuji had a strong inclination towards spirituality, learning various spiritual principles from eminent spiritual personalities and nurtured his devotion to Krishna. From very childhood, worshipping the deities, hearing Harikatha, reading spiritual literatures and sharing spirituality was the integral part of His Grace Pranavananda Prabhu's life. Prabhuji completed his computer science engineering in SRM University, Chennai in 2018. After working for a while with the blessings of his parents, Prabhuji devoted his life to impart eternal spirituality to serve the society. Prabhuji was initiated by His Holiness Radhanath-SRB Maharaj. His Holiness Radhanath-SRB Maharaj ki in 2019. So from that very time, Prabhuji had started to serve His Holiness Radhanath-SRB Maharaj as one of the personal servants. Prabhuji resides in Govardhan Eco Village, following the instructions of His Holiness Radhanath-SRB Maharaj, and served in various departments like kitchen and guests. A social community kitchen which serves thousands of people and devotees on a daily basis. Prabhuji delivered over 1,000 plus hours in lectures. Prabhuji had over 650,000 subscribers on YouTube and also 300,000 subscribers on Instagram. So Prabhuji travels around the world imparting the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures to society, children and youth. Prabhuji has spoken on various TV channels like Suman TV, iDreams TV, Red TV, Bhakti Sanatana Dharma and Vedika and many more channels. Prabhuji has guides many on the path of Krishna consciousness. He is very well known all over the world for his Telugu lectures. Along with Telugu lectures, Prabhuji also delivers wonderful lectures in Hindi and English, as Prabhuji as well in other various languages. He is serving as the president of ISKCON temple at Adilabad, where he is developing a beautiful temple community. Also, Prabhu is the director of Radha Govinda Annadana Trust, which is serving prasadam to hundreds of needy people in tribal areas. Prabhuji also received prestigious spiritual scientist award from the Andhra University. So with that, can we give a big applause to His Grace Pranavananda Prabhu ki? Jagadguru Shil Prabhupada ki?
Devotees standing can also come inside and sit, maybe.
Hare Krishna. So can I request everyone maybe just to give way? So we've got so devotees can sit in the other rooms where we are streaming Prabhu. We are trying our level best. Or if you want to see upstairs, so streaming is happening upstairs, streaming is happening there. So we're just trying to use technology, Prabhu.
Okay, that's good. Jagannath is also streaming here. Live from Jagannath-Puri. Because you have had nice, wonderful kirtans till now, I will just start with the class. Neelachala nivasaya nityaya paramatmane balabhadra subhadrabhyam jagannathaya te namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadesatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Hare Krishna. This is from Radha Gopinath. Yesterday I was giving a class in the temple, and when I took darshan of Radha Gopinath ji, the most attracting thing was this beautifully made garland. So I was so inspired by the garland that I told few stories of Anantalvan from Tirupati yesterday, and I was appreciating the garland makers today also when I went to one devotee's house. And when I came here and I saw this, Gopinath's Prasad has arrived. So, whatever you ask Gopinath, it will be fulfilled. So, carefully ask. So, today at Krishna Keshav Prabhu's house, Krishna Keshav Prabhu and Mataji and Yamuna's house, we are talking about Jagannath ji and some of his leelas with his devotees. How many of you have heard the story of Lord Jagannath's appearance? How many of you have heard the story of Lord Jagannath's appearance? Can raise your hands? Let me see how many of you know it. Okay, then better I would tell it really short, and then we could go and hear some stories of Lord Jagannath with his devotees. Lord Jagannath ji appeared in Utkala Kshetra. You know what is Utkala Kshetra? Orissa. Orissa is called Utkala Pradesham. So there was a beautiful dam called Neelachala. The speciality of Neelachala, where a deity called Neelamadhav was there. The speciality of this Neelamadhav deity and the Kund, which was near Neelamadhav, anybody who would drink the waters of the Tirtha, Rohini Kunda, would get the form of Vaikunta Parshads and go to Sri Vaikunta. That was the potency of Neelamadhava and Neelachala Kshetra. So, King Prataparudra, King Indradyumna, he really wanted to get to know this deity of Neelamada. And he sent his very faithful minister. How many of you know the name of the minister whom Maharaj Indradyumna sent? Yes, Mataji. Vidyapati. He sent Vidyapati to find out. He goes to this place where there was a Shabara tribe living, and then he tries to find out about Neelamada, but nobody would tell about Neelamada. They would keep him very secret. So he gets married to the king of the tribe, whose name was Vishwavasu. Vishwavasu was the king of that tribe. So he had a daughter named Lalita. So he gets married to Lalita, and then in India, if son-in-law asks something, the father-in-law will never say no. So one person was asking, "Are you are going to get married? Are you going to start some business? Which laws are you going to use to start your business?" So that fellow said, "I am going to use the father-in-law for the investment for my business," he said. Well, like that, if a father-in-law asks, if a son-in-law asks, father-in-law will never say no. So he asked his father-in-law, "Please give me the darshan of Neelamada." So the Vishwavasu, he could not say no, but he said one condition: "I am going to blindfold you and then take you there." And he was really intelligent. You know what he did? He took a bag of mustard seeds and he made a hole. All the way he was dropping mustard seeds. Mustard seeds ante aval. So they would grow very fast. After he took darshan and came back, after a few days the mustard started sprouting, and he followed the way and he made sure that Neelamada is there, and he goes to Maharaj Indradyumna and he tells him that I found Neelamada, and Maharaj Indradyumna came with all his ministers and all his what do you call, all the soldiers and all the army and all the citizens, and when they came and saw Neelamada disappeared. Maharaj Indradyumna was very morose. He was thinking that I tried so much to take darshan of Krishna, but he is not showering his mercy upon me. So Krishna came into the dreams of Maharaj Indradyumna and said, 50 years of Brahma I would give darshan as Neelamada, but the next span of Brahmaji I want to give darshan as Jagannatha. So there would be a block of wood which is going to come. You take that wood from the seashore, make deities and install there. So Indradyumna Maharaj was very happy, and he got the log of wood, and one transcendental carpenter also arrived, and he said, on one condition, I will make these deities. Nobody should disturb me. I am going to complete the project and come out. In childhood, we would tell my mother, "Mother, I am going to study," and close the door. Immediately she would open, "Do you want some milk to drink?" So when we want some private space, that is the time when everybody will attack us. We would think, now phone I am going to keep aside and chant, take Japamala, ting 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 ting, phone will come. So he said, I really want no trouble from anyone. I am going to make the deities. Just keep quiet and have patience. So he goes to the room, he closes the doors. They hear the sound constantly for a few days. And after a few days, sound stops coming. They get lot of anxiety problems. What is happening inside? How will we know if this fellow, that fellow was very old. So they were thinking, Bhagavad Dham chale gaye shayad. While making the deities, he would have reached Krishna. So he was very much anxious. The king was anxious, more anxious than the king was the queen. He was thinking something is wrong. Open the doors. The king said no. Just have patience, because he said don't open the doors until the work is done. But the king said this, but the queen said no. And one fine day she goes and opens the doors just to see that the carpenter has disappeared and the deities are half done. So the form of Jagannath which you see, only his head part is visible and his hands are there and his body is there, but there are no legs for him. Same with Baladev and Subhadra. So these are all half done. The king and the queen, they become very depressed. They say, because of me this work has stopped. But Lord Krishna appears in their dreams and says, this is the form I want to give darshan to my devotees. See, he is such a special God. Nobody can be like him. Did you see anybody like this? Every of our gods have, beautiful features, and then they have hands and legs and nice waist and everything. But for Jagannath, completely different form. Nobody can understand. Many of the Hindus do not know the form of Jagannath unless and until they know the background history of what Jagannath is. Such big eyes. It is like as if he is calling for a hug. His hands are in front. So loving, such a big smile. It is said that what Jagannath wants to teach us by having such big eyes. We have such big eyes to find out what mistakes people are doing. Like, more than the CCTV camera we can see who is having which fault. And if he is not apparently doing it, we can tell this fellow, he is more than the outside things. We can scan the mind also. We can scan the heart also. Somebody has done something, we will tell this fellow had that intention, that's why he did this. There are two gods in our Sanatana culture. One is Lord Jagannath and one is Lord Ranganath. Lord Ranganath is sleeping on Adishesha with his eyes mildly open in a sleeping posture, and Jagannath is sitting with big eyes. You know what both of them are teaching? Ranganath is teaching that go easy on people's mistakes. Do not take them very seriously. You know what Jagannath is teaching? See the good quality of others. What we do is we magnify the faults and we cover up the good things. But what Lord does is, He neglects the mistakes and magnifies the good things we do. So Jagannath with big eyes is just watching. What are the beautiful qualities my devotees have? Let me go and give mercy watching them. That is the greatness of Lord Jagannath. So they feel that they should be a good priest for the installation ceremony. You know whom they wanted to have? Do you know Indradumna Maharaj, Mataji? Anybody would want to say? Lord Brahma. They wanted to have Brahma himself to come and install Lord Jagannath. So Indradumna Maharaj goes to Brahmaloka and he gives the invitation, sir, such and such date is our Jagannath's installation, please come. You know what Brahmaji says? By the time you came to Brahmaloka, so many years have passed. Let us go and see what's happening down. While they see, some people already, they claim that this temple is theirs. So Brahmaji goes and settles the land dispute and he installs Jagannath-ji, and Jagannath-ji becomes so happy that Jagannath-ji asks Maharaj Indradumna, what do you want in return? I am so pleased by your service. Maharaj Indradumna, he asked 3 boons to Lord Jagannath. How many of you know what are those boons which Maharaj Indradumna asked? The first thing he asked is, I should never have children. Lord was shocked. He said, what kind of boon is this? People pray, people do so many Somavara Vratams, Mangalvara Vratams, Shanivara Vratams just to have children. And why are you asking that we should not have children? If you have children, then those fellows will claim, this is my father's property, this is my father's temple, give me special darshan. I went to one temple in India it had a pravachan hall with a capacity of 500 people sitting, and on every fan there was MSR, 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 MSR. I said, is this company's name? He said, not company's name, this is donor's name. You see, in a hall with 500 to 1000 people sitting and all the fans are on, but still if you can see his name, that means what? The fans are not working. Most of the fans are not working, but that fellow's name is visible there. All of us want to do some punya karyam, do some dana, but only with the condition if our photo is uploaded in the Instagram and Facebook and the community group. One person in the family group, he goes and meets the police officer and he'll put it in the family group. I have met the police officer today. He'll go and meet some PA and MP, somebody, and he'll put, I have met this MP today. So what kind of nonsense is this? Everything we do, we want to project it on internet. Just to show off. If our mood is that others will be inspired to do this, then it is fine. But only we know and Krishna knows with what intentions we are doing one service. If we have any ulterior motive while doing a service, be assured that Krishna will not accept it. So Maharaj Indradumna had no ulterior motives. He said, I do not want any children because they may claim that this is my father's property, this is my property, I want VIP darshan, I want VVIP darshan. And the second boon he asked is, your hands should never get dried. Means what? And you should constantly be eating. Jagannath should always be, they should be offering boga to him. As soon as they wash his hands, and before it get dried, the next boga should come. How nice it would be. Krishna Krishna Prabhu is really happy. But we will not be able to do that service. I just experienced one trailer of that. One devotee, she made prasad with so much love, but only Jagannath can eat it, we cannot eat it. So, the third boon which Indradumna Maharaj asked is, you should never be sleeping also. Because whenever devotees come, you should be available for darshan. That's why Jagannath Puri is the only temple where you could see Lord undressing and dressing also. For our Radha Gopinath in the temple, whenever they are dressing their lordships, they close the curtains. But in Jagannath Puri, you go for darshan, they are opening Lord's clothes in front of us. That's the most beautiful darshan. Once I went to Jagannath Puri. So, Jagannath Puri, the pandas are very strict. They said, hado, and the police officers, they have this paper rolls in their hands and they keep hitting with the papers. So one police officer, just to make everybody scared, he would hit on his hand like this. Hado. Then he was hitting so hard on his hand. I was feeling very bad. I just caught his hand and said, Arey, dard nahi ho raha hai kya? I said. Then I think he had no clue why I was asking. I was just casually asking. Then he said, kahan se aaye ho? So I said, Hyderabad. Acha, Telugu wala meeru? He said, are you Telugu? I said, yeah. Okay, come. Then he took me and he made me stand. There is, I don't know how many of you have carefully taken darshan of Jagannath ji. When you go straight, there is a small curve on the wall of Jagannath. Just before the Garbhagriha. One person can stand there. So he made me stand there and he stood in front of me. For next 2 hours of Bada Shringar undressing and dressing, he made me stand there and he let me take darshan of Lord Jagannath. So you should try, you could speak in your own language and put stones. Some of the police officers may be from your hometown, so they will give you special mercy. So, Lord Jagannath is so merciful that he is giving darshan while he is dressing. Jagannath is giving darshan while he is eating also. when the boga goes, they put just one cloth on the top of the boga and darshan continues. Jagannath is always giving darshan. So like that, Lord Jagannath came to Jagannath and he is having all these beautiful sevas. And the most important of all the sevas in Jagannath Puri is Prasad Seva. How many of you have had Jagannath's Prasad in Anand Bazar? Most of you have not had Prasad in Anand Bazar? In the temple complex? That is called Anand Bazar. Okay, wonderful. So the Prasad which we are getting after this program is also from Anand Bazar. Because it is offered to Jagannath ji. Once Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj was telling in Pune temple that by mistake if the cook forgets to offer something to Krishna also, Jagannath ji will go and eat and come. So that's how Jagannath ji reciprocates with devotees. It's not that you should not offer. If you forget something, then. So Jagannath is a big foodie. So many prasads from morning till night with so much of ghee and all deep fried. One devotee called Hadi Mata, she did her university nutrition. So she was thinking, Arey, Jagannath ji is being fed all these kinds of fried food and so much of ghee and so much of spices, he may get indigestion. You know what she would do? Every day she would make neem paste. She would grind fresh neem leaves and she would make a ball of neem leaves and she would put it in one small dabba and she would hide it in her pallu and she would take to Jagannath ji. One day, the police officer who was standing in front of the temple said, "Hey, Budima, kahan ja rahe ho?" He said, the Mataji said, my son is there inside and I am carrying neem paste for him because he may get sick. So, the police officer thought, who is your son? What duty is he doing? This Adi Mata said, Arey, that black fellow, the mota, the fat black fellow in the temple. कौन सा मोटा? मैं तो सबको जानता हूँ. कौन है वो मोटा? The police officer, I know everybody. Who is that fellow who is mota and black? That Jagannath. I said, Arey, Jagannath, you are calling him as your son? What are you taking for him? So he said, कुछ नहीं, ऐसा. Then she opened the door and she showed him that neem ka paste है. Then the pujari and the police, they were saying, अरे हम इतना मेहनत से अलग अलग बनाते हैं भगवान को और तुम क्या ये नीम का पेस्ट लेके जा रही है? चलो बाहर चलो. Like that. He said, what are you taking? We are cooking with so much love and devotion from morning till night and you are carrying the neem paste. Go out. And they didn't let her go inside. That day night, Jagannath appeared in the dreams of Hari Mata and he said that you did not bring neem paste today and my stomach is hurting. Please come fast. Jagannath went and complained to the king in his dreams that this pujari fellows, they have not got my devotee inside and today I am having stomach pain. You are responsible. Then the king got frightened. The king started coming. He went and told all the pujaris, Jagannath is such a cranky child. He will go and tell everybody that my stomach is paining, this fellow is responsible, my stomach is paining, this fellow is responsible, my stomach is paining, this fellow is responsible. Going and tell everyone, it has become talk of the town, Jagannath's stomach is paining. Everybody comes and they are saying, why Jagannath, what happened? Then Adi Mata slowly walks, she opens her pallu, takes the small dabba and takes in the hand this neem paste and gives it to Jagannath and Jagannath accepts it. And he says, now my stomach pain is gone. And to your surprise, till today also, every day, one bitter preparation from Hadi Mata's mutt comes to Jagannath's temple every day for offering. That is how Lord accepts the devotion of his devotees. That is how Lord accepts the love of his devotees. He can do anything. You see, he has such a strange form. One person from Maharashtra, he went to take darshan of Jagannath. In Maharashtra, anybody of you are from Mumbai or Pune? Nobody? So in Maharashtra, oh, you are from Pune, Prabhu? Mumbai? Oh, really? Okay. There, the biggest festival of the year is Ganesh Chaturthi. Everybody is so excited for Ganapati Bappa, Boria, like that they say. So, this fellow, he went to Puri and he went in front of God and he saw Jagannath. He said, "ये कैसे भगवान है? इसको तो पेट बाहर नहीं है और what do you call that? Tondamananta, trunk. There is no trunk for him and there are no big ears for him. Do somebody call him God?" Then he got really disappointed by the darshan of Lord Jagannath and he walked out of the temple. And he was going out of the town. So Jagannath felt very offended. He said, "Somebody came to me and he is not taking my darshan properly." So he took a form of a sadhu and he goes running behind this Marathi Bhakta and he says, "Arey, why are you going without taking darshan of Jagannath properly? Everybody is going inside and having darshan. Why are you going out?" He said, "That fellow does not look like God." He said, "What is the problem?" He said, "He does not have big ears, he does not have trunk, he does not have big belly." So he said, "Did you see properly?" I said, "Yes." He said, "No, you did not see properly." He said, "I saw properly, I do not have specs, everything is fine, that fellow does not look like God." He says, "Come with me and see again properly." And then he holds the hand of Maharati Bhakta and he goes inside the temple, and when he sees the darshan of Lord Jagannath, Jagannath appeared exactly like an elephant to him, with big ears, big trunk and big belly. That's why the first darshan after his appearance every year after Snan Yatra is called Hathi Vesh or Gajanan Vesh. So he appears as Ganapati to this Bhakta. How can Jagannath appear as Ganapati? Annamacharya in one of his kirtan says, "Enta matramuna yavvaru talichina anta matrame neevu." He says, Lord, that is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also. Ye yada mam prapadyante tam sataiva bhaja. He says that whatever way people see, that is how I appear to them. That is how I reciprocate to them. Everybody is Amsha of Krishna only. He has expanded into different forms because different people have different kinds of faith. So he appeared like that to the Marathi Bhakta, and still that parampara goes on of putting Gajanan Vesh to Lord Jagannath. There was one more devotee, his name was Prabhu Das. What was his name? Prabhu Das. He would make pan to Lord Jagannath. So he would make every day 2 pans. So 2 brothers, one white and one black, both of them would come and they would take. These 2 brothers would look so beautiful that Prabhu Das would always forget to ask money from them. They would just come, they would eat and they would go. You know, if you are really sweet and cute, people will not ask money from us. You have to really, endeavor for that. You cannot, the elders cannot do, but the small children can do. When I was in Singapore, before coming to Australia, so one small girl, Ladini, she's just 10 years old, she goes to a flower shop and she starts smelling all the flowers. The flower person says, "Hey, this is all for God, don't smell." But she smiled. And you know what he did? He took 1 mura of malle and he cut it and he got one new hairpin and he put hairpin and put it on her head. He said, "Go, no problem." And she said, "Money? How many dollars?" He said, "No dollar, go." Like that. He said, the flower selling person. I was thinking, you just have to be very sweet and innocent. That is how we have to do before God also. We have to be very sweet and innocent. When you become crooked, when you become duplicitous, Krishna will not like it. When you are really what you are inside, because Krishna has this capacity to see what is inside the heart. None of us can see what is happening in the other man's heart, but only one person who can see it? Krishna. That's why it is said Krishna sees inside out and outside in. But people in this world always see what is on the outside. That's why the beauty business is growing so much. But for Krishna, no facial will work. Only facial which work is facial for the heart. Removing the ajnana and having this beautiful love for Krishna. So Prabhudas would always make this pan, and Baldev and Jagannath would eat, and they would not pay money. So one person, Balaram Das, he was a pujari in the temple. He would ask, "Are, you are letting those two boys eat every day, and you are not asking them money. How do you think you will learn?" So he said, "अरे कुछ नहीं होगा, कभी कभी फ्री में सैंपल्स देना चाहिए, वो जाके सब लोगों को बताएंगे." Like if you go to a mall, you have small samples of the newly released items like milkshakes and sweets and things like that. So when you try it, when you like it, you go and tell around. So he was telling, "This is my publicity stunt." No, but still he said, "Arey, publicity should happen when you have some sales. Only fellows who come and eat are those two brothers. If you don't take money from them also, how will you earn?" So he said, "ठीक है, tomorrow I will ask." So these two brothers come, and Prabhudas, he gives 2 pans to them. They both eat, and for the first time Prabhudas says, "Give money." He said, "Arey, we don't carry money. We just have it in our UPI." So he said, Prabhudas was not so advanced to give them a QR code. So he said, no, you have to give me money. I don't accept UPI payment. So Jagannath and Baldev said, "What should we give?" So they were wearing a beautiful shawl. It was winter season. So they gave both of their shawls to this person. He said, "Whenever we get money, we will give you and take our shawls back." And next day morning, Balaram Das goes to the temple to take darshan of the Lord and do the offerings. And he opens the temple just to find that both shawls of Jagannath and Baldev are missing. So he goes and complains to the king, he goes and complains to everybody, shawls are missing, what to be done? They search everywhere just to find out that both the shawls of Jagannath and Baldev were with Prabhudas. Let me tell you something. Till today also, every day, 2 pans come from the mutt of Prabhudas to Lord Jagannath. Our Jagannath just does not get tired of the same things again and again. What if your mother makes annam and pappu for rest of eternity? What will you tell her? Tell her, "Better I shift my home." We will not like, right? We do not want the same thing again. What about the boys? Would you like boys? No, he's telling definitely not.